We've all been there.
Defenders win.
Loss after loss, we think to ourselves, man, ranked is so hard. We especially feel like this when we are alone, or if we feel like we are the only ones trying in our matches. We try peeking and we get instantly one-tapped or swung by two people. We try pushing onto the bomb site with our team, but it feels impossible to be able to step foot into the site without being spammed through the smokes. We try planting the bomb to help the team, but we then end up getting eliminated. If you struggle with these problems too, better team play is the fix. The game will feel a lot easier if we implement more team coordination. This is because with team coordination, we are able to apply pressure onto the enemies, and if you happen to be a psychology expert, you know pressure is one of the strongest forces to make a person break. So, with this in mind, apply more pressure by fighting with our teammates rather than applying less pressure by fighting alone. We can expect the enemies to make a lot more mistakes this way. You need to fight with your teammates, get one or two teammates, and coordinate a play with them. Whether you are soloing, duoing, or even trioing, you should follow this advice. This will give you the highest likely chances of winning more rounds, basically winning you more games, even in SoloQ. Crazy, right? Yeah, it is. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Now that you know how important team coordination is, it's time to teach you how to properly form a plan to win more rounds to give us that nice rank up. First, you need to think about the purpose behind your plan. What are you trying to accomplish? Is your purpose to take mid? Is it to specifically eliminate the opper who is playing mid, or do you want to just get the opper off their angle? Understand that not every purpose is a good purpose. For example, with the 3 questions in regards to your purpose that I just asked, which one out of those 3 would you say is the best? Well, I would argue that the purpose of limiting the opper would be the best one, since by doing so, not only do we take the op out of the enemy's hands, but we also managed to take the space where the opper was positioned. Also, an elimination means one step closer to winning a round. Just getting someone off their angle or taking space doesn't really guarantee a win or being closer to winning. As I just said, taking space or getting someone off an angle should not be our purpose or the reason behind our plan. Think of these 2 tasks as steps we need to take within our plan in order to get closer to achieving our purpose. So, in order to achieve our purpose, we need to build a set of stairs in order to get there. Let's say we are on the map Ascent, and we are trying to eliminate the opper who is fighting us from Market. What is our plan, and how do we form one? Well, we need to start off by covering our danger zones, and the way we do this is by using smokes in order to block off lines of sights and angles. So to do this, we need to calm this. Hey, Omen, can you smoke off Cat and deep mid? Once Omen has smoked, now what do we need to do? Well, we can't just swing into an opper or we will just get instantly eliminated. So we can use more of our teammates. Let's say if we have a Deadlock, Jet, and Skye on our team and we are the Jet. We can say, hey Deadlock, can you throw your crouch nade ability into Market, and Skye, could you flash bottom mid when Deadlock throws the crouching nade? Once both of these teammates have done their jobs, that's where we as Jet come into play. We then need to ask ourselves, how do we take advantage of Omen's smokes, Deadlock's crouching nade, and Skye's flash as fast as possible so we don't miss our window? Well, we could prime our dash and then immediately dash towards the opper as soon as our Skye's flash pops. This is a plan that will get us to achieve our purpose. Again, before we are even able to execute onto this plan, we need to first create the plan. So start off with what I said earlier. Cover up the danger angles that you'll be stopped from. Think about any utility that you can use in order to support you. Then lastly, think about what you need to use or do in order to execute the plan smoothly without failure. When thinking about the utility that you can use to support your plan, we need to take into consideration that the potential utility combinations that can be used. For example, why did we choose to combine Sky's Flash with Deadlock's Crouch Nade? Well, when we use any pop flash, we can rely on that piece of utility to make it hard for the enemies to dodge any additional utility we throw at them. So combining utility with pop flashes increases our outcome of success. The same thing can be said in regards to our Jet. If the Jet dashes too early or too late, they will miss their opportunity to eliminate the Opper, and they also run the risk of losing their life, which is the complete opposite outcome that we want. When it comes to executing your plan, you need to go down the winning checklist, since if you don't do these things, we can expect to fail. So what are the key points to executing a plan? Well, being on the same page and not hesitating once you are on the same page are the two key points you need to focus on. So if you feel like your team is not ready for the strat because someone didn't pay attention or is out of position, wait a moment. For example, if Sky is not ready to flash you in or Omen didn't smoke yet, do not start your execution. Make sure everybody is ready instead of going in half naked. But once everybody is ready, execute your plan with zero hesitation. You need to push through, even if the enemy op kills one of you before the pop flash goes off. You can get a trade kill on the op and potentially another player mid if you follow through confidently. That's the power of team play and trading, which, speaking of trading, the next thing we need to talk about in regards to playing with our team is trading. If your teammate dies to an enemy player and that enemy player remains alive, our team did not do our job. Whatever enemy eliminates a teammate of ours with a weapon not utility, that enemy must be eliminated shortly after, which is called trading. Trading ensures that you are able to keep the balance if one of your allies is eliminated. When trading, it's important that you aren't too spaced out from your teammates. Having too much space in between you and a teammate makes that teammate and yourself untradeable. In order to avoid being non-tradable, always make sure that you are paying attention to your teammate's position every few angles you clear. Are they still behind you and in a position to trade? Are you remaining close enough while they clear angles? This also applies to how we walk up towards angles. If there is a corner and your teammate is walking far right, you can't walk far left. They will open the angle way earlier than you, and you won't be able to swing quickly enough behind them. So always walk a similar line to what they are walking. If you disregard these points, then you're essentially throwing. So please follow these points and don't throw. In order to ensure that you get traded, I need you to stay at least 5 meters within another teammate. Just make sure not to be stacked on top of one another to prevent getting eliminated by the same burst. It can also help to briefly stop before you peek an angle. This way, your teammate can catch up and you make sure they are prepared to peek as well, kind of causing a little traffic behind you. This also builds a good habit of readjusting your crosshair placement and mouse position before you peek. Now, listen, SoloQ can be tough, especially when you're trying to play the game the way it's meant to be played, through Teamplay. Since this is so tough to do in SoloQ, join our Discord so you can find a duo or trio that takes the game as serious as you do. We also offer VOD reviews and resources to help you get better in Valorant, all for the price of free. So make sure you join it. As we said earlier, team coordination is all about planning and execution. Any mechanical mistakes on the execution part will foil your plans. So, in order to have a successful execution, by making sure you don't whiff your shots, watch our Radiant Aim Secret video next, and we'll see you there.